Time now for Truth or Fake. Which means we join Vedika Bahel at the big board. Good evening to you, Vedika, for this Truth or Fake. In the aftermath of the first round of the French parliamentary elections, there's been some misleading and out-of-context accusations going viral. Tell us more.
Yes, Mark, that's right. When the results began to trickle in on Sunday evening, this misleading, out-of-context video also began to circulate on social media, accusing left-wing voters of setting fire to the prefecture in Bobigny. That's the administrative HQ in the Parisian suburb of Seine-Saint-Denis. Now, the video was viewed over 125,000 times. On X. Let's have a quick look at the post where it originated. Here we are, over 125,000 views. And as we can see there, accuses left-wing voters, including Muslims, of setting fire to this building as a reaction to the far-right national rally coming out on top as part of those parliamentary results. In fact, even politicians began to share this video and weighed in online as well. This is a post by Bruno Attal. He is a candidate for the extreme right Reconquest Party. And in his caption here, he says, "The scum of Bobigny don't like democracy, therefore we have to give full power to Jordan Bardella of the National Rally." It was also shared by another politician here. This is Gilbert Collard, who says here the far left is already expressing itself in its own way. So this really shows us the reach of how far this inflammatory post, pardon the pun, has gone. It was also shared, this video, in fact, by far-right media, Frontières. Now, they did delete the post, but we can see that it is embedded in the original post by Bruno Attal. So they did post it, and the internet never lies, and there are screenshots circulating as well. As I said, though, this video is entirely misleading and out of context. It's unrelated to the parliamentary election results. It has no link whatsoever to left-wing voters or voters from any religious background. In fact, the prefecture of Seine-Saint-Denis has come in to set the record straight. This is from their official X account. Now, they made it very clear that a fire did break out in their building around 5:30 p.m., but it's unrelated to the elections as it took place 2.5 hours before the results began to be announced around 8 p.m. So there is no link here to politics, Mark, and it is being therefore used to misinform and mislead.
Thank you for your clarity, Vedika. You have another example, too, of viral accusations linked to the French elections, this time including accusations of electoral fraud against the far-right National Rally.
Yes, Mark, that's right. The Sunday's Vote also saw this video circulate, alleging that there were holes made in the ballot papers of a National Rally candidate. I will try and pause it at the right time so that we can see one of the holes that they're alleging here. Now, in this tweet that was viewed over 500,000 times by a right-wing-leaning account, it's claimed that the ballots for a National Rally candidate, Michel Guignot, in the 6th constituency of Oise have been punctured with holes and therefore making them invalid. The same video was actually shared by the same media that we discussed in our previous example of Frontières Media. We can see over 2 million accounts there, and this was just one of the shares of this video that I saw. So what do we know about these ballots with holes in them? Well, the candidate involved, Michel Guignot, he has actually been discussing this on his social media in the run-up several days before the vote even began. So this post, for example, is 3 days before it began. And he has even posted pictures of what he calls deliberate sabotage to these papers in the packs that were distributed by the post office. Article 66 of France's electoral code does make it very clear that any ballots on coloured paper in non-regulated envelopes or any votes showing internal or external signs of non-recognition would be considered invalid upon counting. And the prefecture of Oise, upon these claims, has declared an investigation into the topic. They also have said that they've alerted the vote counting Commission as well. And when we contacted the Prefecture of Oise, they told us here at France 24 that the origin of these holes in those papers could be linked to the printing of the papers itself. It could be linked to the delivery or even connected to the opening of the envelopes. But they stressed to us that the papers in that video that we saw there were delivered by post and that they're not the ones that were made available to voters in the polling stations. And they also said that they didn't note any anomalies either during that delivery. So that is what we know, Mark. And as I said, a probe is underway by the prefecture. But it is a good example here for us to note, to see how misinformation and accusations are flying around on social media following that first round of parliamentary elections.